Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the English class of 8th standard. Today, we will be doing the first poem of your English book, Honeydew. The name of the poem is The Ant and the Cricket. So, without any further delay, let us begin with the poem. This poem basically a fable taken from collection named Aesop's Fables. Now we can ask, what is a fable, right? Fable are moral based stories. Moral stories means a short stories from which a life lesson can be learned. It contains some of the useful or beneficial things to the human beings. So fable are moral based short stories of them with the animals as a characters. In this fable also, or the poem also, we can see the two characters as the main characters. One is an ant and another one is a cricket. Now let us begin the reading of the poem. A silly young cricket accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summers and springs began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. So in this line, the poet says that the cricket is basically kind of an insect which is very joyful and fun loving. So this cricket all throughout the summer and spring seasons, what does it do? It keep on singing because it is accustomed, or you can say it is an habit to sing. But later what happened? One day cricket started to complain. Now why he's complaining? Because at his home his cupboard was empty and there was no food in his home and the winter season was already arrived. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? As all throughout the spring and the summer season, he spent the time singing and dancing and did not collected the food for winter. Suddenly, when the winter arrived, he was left without any food at all. He had no crumbs, that is, no food to eat. All around him, everything, whether it is a flower or leaf, was covered with snow. Now he was tensed because he did not know what to do, where to go, how to survive, how to eat, and how to live. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant. Now, as the cricket has no food, he was hungry, he was starving, and he thought that he need to do something to survive. Then all of a sudden he got some idea. Then all dripping with wet, that means he was going in the rain by getting wet, all trembling, that means shivering from the cold, to the miserly ant. Here, the word miserly can be seen in the two ways. First, miserly in the true sense, that is, a person who does not like to spend or give anything to others. And secondly, it is used to say, or it is here using to compare the ant, the size of the ant, to the size of the cricket, right? Compared to cricket, ant is smaller in size, so that's why it is calling as a miserly ant. But as the cricket was in a great need, he has no other choice but to go to the ant for the help, to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Now, as the cricket decided to go to the ant and ask for help, he thought over it and came up two situations. First, if ant helps him, what will happen? Secondly, if ant denies, then what will happen? So first, the cricket thought that if ant helps, the ant will provide him with shelter and keep him safe from winter and rain, and would also give him food to eat. The cricket also thought that if ant would help him that time, he would repay the ant for helping him later on. But somewhere, cricket also thought that if ant denies to help him, then he would have no other way but to die due to hunger and pain or sorrow. Says the ant to the cricket, I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. Finally, Cricket arrives at the ants' place. Then Cricket asks for the help from the ants. Seeing the Cricket, Ants says, Cricket, you are my friend. I am also your servant. But we ants follow one policy or one rule, that we neither borrow from anyone nor we lend something to anyone. But tell me, dear Cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? The ant then asked the Cricket, my friend, tell me something. What were you doing when weather was warm? That it is in summer and spring season. What were you doing that time? Didn't you collected food for yourself? Quoth the Cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. On listening to the question, the Cricket answered, saying that, no, Ant, I didn't collected any food because I was so happy seeing the beautiful summer and spring season that I danced and sang all day long that time. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. On listening to the answer from the Cricket, the ant was shocked, and it said, Cricket, without collecting food, you wasted your time singing and dancing. So it's my advice to you that you can even now also go and dance. Spend your winter season also by singing and dancing. Thus, ending, he hastily lifted the wicket and out of the door turned the poor little Cricket. So after saying this, the ant lifted the wicket. That means shuts the door, and the poor Cricket has to go from the door itself without anything, with the empty handed. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have four legs and some have two. In the last two lines, poet says that people or the folks may ignore this poem or ignore this story as taking it as just a fable or it is just a moral story. But poet assures that it's a fact, it's a true, because here in the poem you may be seeing the four-legged cricket, but in the real world also, in our human world also, there is a two-legged cricket or exist. That is the lazy human beings. So as it's a fable, sure it have a moral, right? So what moral we get from this poem? There will be two morals we can get in this poem. One, work today to eat tomorrow. Second, a idle soul shall suffer in future. Okay, dear students, here are some of the difficult words and their meanings from the poem. I will stop the class here only. I will see you all in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.